Yes, people. It feels like it's been a long time. But welcome back to our next episode of the Garage Podcast. Um, we have special guest in here tonight. The high name again.
Zion.
Zion High. Zion High. Jabbar. Girls them Sugar. Myself, Michael. Yeah. So Zion I wanted to share something with us where politics is concerned.
Could be whatever you ask me about, whatever
Yeah, if we go closer to the mic here.
you ask me about, whatever it is that.
Yeah, so the other day in South Africa it was said that um the natives were killing off the Caucasian people or the white people.
Yes, well, I have a video out about that. I did a reenactment of how Ramaphosa should have
Ramaphosa is what, the president of South Africa?
Yes, should have answered Donald Trump, because I think it is like the audacity of even Donald Trump to speak about genocide when there's genocide happening in Palestine.
I mean, he addressed that also, and he opposes that. That's the reason why he's kind of parting ways with Israel now,
Who?
Donald Trump.
So South Africa brought up Israel on genocide in The Hague. And when the South Africa president went to visit Donald Trump, he is speaking about genocide in South Africa of white people, when the only genocide I know of in South Africa is of black people.
Yeah,
So-
then that was the case then, but not now. And they also mentioned that it's not so much violence, it's not so much genocide against white people, but it's crime, or it's crime that's affecting everyone, not just white, but blacks and white. They just highlight the white people.
Yes, well, I'm speaking about what Donald Trump was.
No, go ahead. Man. Don't pay attention. Crime that's affecting people, not just white, but black. Jabbar, so what do you think?
I
Are you
mean-
following the story?
I saw some of it where it wasn't actually genocide. It was something non-related to what the president was saying, and somebody had come on the media and clarified that
Right.
it wasn't genocide, and it wasn't farmers getting killed.
Yeah,
It was
right.
something totally different. But me personally, I feel like if you're going to come and make a blatant statement or address a matter like that, your team should research and not make you come out to the public looking stupid, because that was false information.
Right.
So if you're gonna come out and speak on something and be stern about it, have your team research and make sure what you're gonna talk about is actually something that's going
Facts,
on.
Right. So I agree and I disagree also. Because white people are dying in South Africa, but it's not just white, right?
Mhm.
Black people are dying also because it's a crime problem. It's like Jamaica, right? When we call it bad man or the robbers or bad boys come, it doesn't matter your skin color, they're coming for whatever they're coming for, right? And if someone have to get unalive or fatality, I guess that's what it's gonna be. But it's not so much they were targeting white people in South Africa, and that's the reason why they had a problem with it. the media was highlighting just that,
But even though
or that part of it.
they make up a small percentage of the population in South Africa, and they still highlighted that.
No, there's a lot of white people in South Africa. Like a lot of white people in South Africa.
But not as much as the black population, though. I wouldn't say.
I really don't know, so I can't really speak on it. Guys, when we hear Africa, we think of predominantly black. But when you look at like South Africa, for sure, there's a lot of white people in South Africa. Like you look at their the team, the soccer team. You look at the Olympic team. It's like pure white people, or mostly white people. The majority is white people. So the information that he put out was false, right? That the photos and the videos that he showed was from what country? It was from the Congo and not South Africa. Right, so that's false. But they are killing white people in South Africa. Not just white people, but they're
Killing
it's like
people.
a crime issue they have over there right now, like a big crime problem. So they're just killing whoever, you know, a set of people or a specific group of people.
Or in an area, specific area.
Right. Yes, Zion,
Yes, well, just listening to the item, I think that, if the item know, and he is the president of the United States, that means him must know. So you see, even though they fact check him after, the fact that he mentioned that went over further than the fact check. A lot of people hear that and run with it than the fact check. And from my perspective, is like say, they want a justification for bringing these white people, because while you are deport black people, you are import white people.
They weren't just deporting white people; they're deporting a lot of people.
I pretty
White, black.
No, I'm saying that Donald Trump import white people from South Africa and deport black people.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that they're not just deporting black people from America. They're deporting everyone who's considered illegal, right? So it's not just black. And the reason for bringing in those South Africans is because they were killing white people in South Africa.
But you said that
they're killing white and blacks, right?
You said there's people from the Congos.
No, the footage that they showed, right, and the image, that was from the Congo. But white people are dying in South Africa. That's
so
facts.
Why we couldn't get a picture of them? Why we have to
they had photos of them, but the video that they showed was from the Congo.
Oh, the video was from South
Correct.
Africa.
No,
that's
Congo.
from the
Congos, and the pictures was from South Africa.
Correct.
Okay. Good.
Correct.
So I seen an article also, right, where white activists in South Africa was saying that a lot of the whites that they want to let into America might be a bad decision because they're doing evil stuff there, and they think that they're letting in crime-free whites from South Africa, and they're part of the problem. So she's like, a lot of these white people that you think are of good faith, they're not.
Well, so I'm not gonna really elaborate too much on that because I really don't know. You see what I'm saying? So I'm ignorant of it, so I'm not gonna really speak on it. But I mean, what do we know? Cause we're not there. We're just going off of what we see in the mainstream media.
Yeah.
You know. But if they're doing that in South Africa, I don't support it.
That's like saying um, the immigrants from Venezuela are gang members, but they have their own gang. But you see, because of the skin color, or certain things is not expected because we're white or we're Caucasian or whatever they are.
I don't,
You know?
those people that I saw, how many people? Like 46 people that they showed, or 50 some people.
Mm.
They didn't look like gang members. They didn't look that way, right? But who knows? I don't know. Cause remember, we're from Jamaica, right? And you ever heard of in Montego Bay? It's called something under the gardens.
Carol,
Carroll Gardens, right? And
Black Friday,
Prime Minister at the time was who?
Shearer.
Gave permission to shoot to kill Rastafarians, right? Anyone who had locks or anyone who identify as Rastafarian, I think that was like a serious issue. Something like that, because Jamaica is Rastafarian are predominantly black people, right? And most Rastafarian are from Jamaica, I think. Right, Rasai?
Now they said there's over 1 million in South Africa.
There's a million.
I would think that Africa right now
Is the descendant
yeah.
of the culture.
There's more Rasta in South Africa than in Jamaica.
Right. So as I said, I'm from Jamaica and I know about Rastafarian way of life because I'm from Jamaica. So I don't really know. So this is not facts. So don't take it as so. It's my personal belief. Right. So when they did that to Rasta in Jamaica, I think that's a serious issue, and that's how I look at it. As what they're doing to the people in South Africa.
The white people,
Yeah. I mean, so Donald Trump don't like crime, he doesn't like war and stuff like that. If I don't know anything about Donald Trump, I know that for sure. He's not a war president or a president of war. He's a businessman. He's more about like making deals and making money. Right.
All right. Let me tell you a little bit about those people who you're sympathetic with in South Africa who are white or being killed. 16 something they land on the shore, and from the land on the shore they start to kill. They didn't have no mercy. You see the mercy that you're showing towards them, they didn't have none towards I and I. They take I and I land, it does not belong to them. As Malema would say, if you thief a car, you want to drive it around and say I feel. And when me know say I might carry your thief it, me I come for it. It's a reality. It's the time on earth right now, my brethren, is the time that they talk about is harvest time. A real revelation time where the wheats and the thorns will be separated. What is good and what is bad.
Yeah,
what they did in South Africa was bad. I'll let you speak.
Yeah. No, I agree. What they did in Jamaica was also bad too, to Rastafarian. You don't agree?
That is a minute incident
Compare
to what.
Well, Jamaica is a smaller country, so
humanity. Whether Rasta is humanity, right? Is humanity. And Carroll Garden, yes, he said that if the jail can't hold them, the penitentiary will hold them.
The jail can't hold
No,
them.
if the jail can't hold them, the graveyard, correction. See, so it was a brutal thing. It was like a Rasta genocide.
Mm-hmm.
But out of that come I think that Rastafari is one of the most powerful things to exist right now upon the face of the earth. Because what we speak about is truths and right. We try to bring forth righteousness. Let me tell you this, right?
Speaking to the mic and don't come.
In Jamaica, them used to look down upon Rasta man. When me walk through Montego Bay Airport just about 3 months ago, Mr. Bob Marley and Bob Marley have Congo, a Rasta man. The stone that the builder refused is a head cornerstone. Is Rasta give Jamaica them culture. Even though there's Maroons there from Iowa, but we see says Rasta. What Rasta say? We say this white eye, blue eye is not I and I God. I and I have a emperor. Do you know how Japan venerate the emperor? Do black people know that they have an emperor? A man who is king of kings that 72 nations came and bowed down to him. You know what I mean? So because it is black, we do not recognize it. But if we look at other culture and so them recognize it, we would realize what we have, my lord. See? So we give the take down that saying Marcus Garvey. When black people they down and oppressed and everything, Marcus Garvey say, "Up you mighty race. Know who you are. You wouldn't sell me off your rice and peas if you know who you are." See? Bookman come out of Jamaica and go hate you and say, "Yo, look upon these people. We can overslew them. Slew the pig. And who wanna drink the blood?
I like
Jamaica.
Marcus Garvey's approach. I like Marcus Garvey's approach versus Bookman, and I understand what he did, and I don't oppose it. But look where it is now, because of that.
Who is Bookman?
He was like the leader of the revolution in Haiti. He came from Jamaica.
And went to Haiti.
Right.
Okay.
So you know, sometimes you need someone to take a stand, you know, and to rattle up everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So Bookman did that. But Marcus Garvey approach, I prefer that, right? Because Marcus Garvey came from Jamaica as a nobody to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I discovered that guy, I had a different mindset, right?
To own in ship.
Right. So he owned ships. He started the first what do you call it? You know of Red Cross?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What is Red Cross considered? What kind of group is that?
Charitable.
Right.
Charitable.
So you had Black Cross, right?
Yeah.
And Marcus Garvey they started that. You have Black Wall Street, Black Starliner.
Black Star.
They had their own police. They had like their own, you know, security and all of that going on. Segregation, right? So that was Marcus Garvey's approach, right? And I like that. They had black nurses, black this, black that. So you have a set of people who followed Marcus Garvey, who they refer to as the Garveyites. And the Garveyites said to Marcus Garvey, let's go, what do you call it? Lynch some clan members, right? So that would be Rasai approach, right?
Yeah.
And Garvey would say, no, let's go have a conversation with them first to find out what the issue is.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they went and Marcus Garvey sat with the head wizard of the clan and asked him like, yo, what's the beef? What's the problem?
Yeah.
And he said, we want a clean, pure white race. Tell your black man to leave our white woman alone. And Marcus Garvey responded by saying, that was it? That's it? And they said, yeah. Garvey said, well, we're on the same page. Tell your white woman to leave our black man alone. We want a clean, pure black race, right? And they had drinks together, right? And the clan donated money to Marcus Garvey movement. So I'm saying simple conversation, right? I know Rasai didn't like the way the Ramaphosa, which is the
Ramaphosa.
president of South Africa, right? But I think he did a good job. He was like really calm and level-headed, and he responded to the president when he was sharing the false information, right? With the world. He responded by saying, "Well, I'm gonna have to do some further research because I've never seen this before,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the president of the country. I've never seen this before," which is the right thing to do. You get me? And you're in America, you're in the White House. You know, there's a time for everything, you know, and soft words turn it away, right? And then you had the black billionaire from South Africa, which is the richest man in South Africa, step forward and also told the president that the problem that they're having is not like a white genocide. It's like a crime problem. And people are dying on both sides. Not just white people, it's black people, white people. What we need is help to get rid of these people, you know? It's like a rebellious group that was formed and they're just going around, you know, killing people, right? So that's how I got that information.
But what I'm saying is that I think the audacity of Donald Trump to speak of genocide when they're dropping bombs in Palestine, disintegrating children in Beli.
Right. And he disagrees with it. And that's the reason why I think he cut ties with Israel. Like, I've never seen this before. I'm shocked. You're not shocked, Mike? Mm-hmm. They cut ties with Israel. If someone was supposed to attack Israel right now, U.S. will not back them.
That is, again, I do not watch the news or listen to radio or anything, but as according to how me hear them have it locked down.
Used to be. As I said, you know, myself is surprised. I've never seen that
I hear
before.
of a special interest group that sink the representative out of the Bronx here, Anthony Johnson, I think his name was. There was a representative here out of the Bronx, and because he was against certain things that Israel was doing, they brought up somebody against him and put money into them and get him out of office. So if you say in America,
I think it's the approach, you know. Sometimes you have to approach. It's like how the president of South Africa approached a situation. I think it was good. You know, he sat back and let Donald Trump speak, right? And then he interjected and said, "Well, this is the first I'm seeing this. You know, if it's so, I'll find out and I'll get back to you. But according to my knowledge, this is not taking place."
He's too overly aggressive with false information, and this is not the first and it's not the second time. His legal team need to do more research before they come and form a fool of themselves. Point blank period. It's not the first time. Misinterpret false information and you're speaking publicly in front of millions of people about this.
Not
Some people
all
is
of
going
it
to
was-
take it and run.
Not
and
all of it.
Well, it's not the first time he did that though. Definitely not the first time he got misleading information and just blurred it out and nobody was like, no, that's not.
So let
how
me
it go.
ask you a question. You think Donald Trump is racist?
I would say this, right? Listen to me, right? I would feel better if if he had stand up to him and said, "You speak of genocide. Do you see what's happening in Palestine? You know what I mean? Do you know the history of apartheid?"
That doesn't have
No,
anything to
no,
do with him, though.
No, I'm just saying
Right.
that to put him in a place when him a talk about white genocide, he has to be stopped right there and put in his place and say, "What are you talking about? You see what happened in Palestine? Do you know about apartheid? Y'all was supporting it."
As you said, you know,
So how
you're not following the news. If you were following the news, you would know that
Yeah.
the they part ways with Israel because of it. Because they're saying that they want a ceasefire. People, because Donald Trump look at people like, according to my observation, right? Yeah. He looks at people like people. The people are okay, let's say he favors white people, right? Why not? He's white, right? I would think that Barack Obama would have favored black people. But he didn't, right?
He did.
All right. So, but I don't see Donald Trump through the same lens that you guys do.
Ask me the question.
All right. All right. So, do you think Donald Trump is racist?
Well, I know Donald Trump is a
How do
racist
you know?
because when the Central Park Five were in
Yeah, that was then though. Like people make mistake and we pass that.
All right.
That was then.
All right, guess how much? All right, I'll say how much mistake he make.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the most I say, forgive him 7 times 7,
Mhm.
and him pass that.
I'm listening.
Okay. He called Africa a shithole. Excuse my language. Right? Okay? You understand what I'm saying? He, as a landlord in New York, were racist against black people. He, what's the word?
Nah, if using a fancy word, man.
Scam
Mm-hmm.
children of lower income in his university. My Lord, come on.
When you say in his university, like he had a university or the university that he attended?
No, he had a university.
He had a university, Mike?
They brought a lawsuit against him. They brought a lawsuit against him. Do you research, Brandon?
What's the name of the university?
It was Trump Universe,
Trump Universe?
something like that.
Oh. I mean, it sounds like a scam. But anyway, right? Moving forward.
One other thing about Trump, this is the last thing. Donald Trump is a puppet. Putin controls the strings. Putin is the president of this country, not Donald Trump.
Say that again for
I
the
would
viewers.
say this.
CNN is coming for you, you know. CNN is coming for you, man.
Putin is who is keeping the world safe. Putin have the bad boy and North Korea easy. A Putin control all the bad boy them. Putin have Malaya there that if Donald Trump not follow him, though, she slow him in the night.
Repeat that. He said,
Him have to. Donald Trump is a puppet, a Putin of the president. Putin
I disagree though.
Putin
Let me
revenge.
just put that out there.
Here is a Putin revenge.
Yeah.
When Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, she tried to have an uprising in Russia. And Putin said, yo, the same thing is going to happen here in America. You know, see a chaos the man create. You know, see a chaos.
Who?
Donald Trump, soon, but a Putin create the chaos, but a Donald Trump do the order. Soon him going to tell black people, say, you know what? We must go back to Africa.
I feel like that's in your mind. And I disagree with that statement.
You have the floor, King.
Yeah. I don't. Do you see things the same way?
The way how I see it right now, anything and everything is possible.
Right.
The way how this whole thing operate, we are in the shadows until things start happening, and then you realize like, oh shit, this is really happening. Or sometimes things happen right in front of you, and you're like, you can't even believe it because this is happening. So what the higher say? Me not go disbelieve what I say.
Do you
There's some
believe-
possibility to it.
Do you believe this person is the president of the United States?
I think he's doing a way better job than the last administration.
They must murder us, man. They must murder us, man.
There you go. This guy is he's not a president of war. He doesn't like war. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. That's why he's making all these moves and these tariff and
It sound like you vote for Donald Trump.
I did vote for Donald Trump. I did vote for Donald Trump.
I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
Why would you vote for a man who says that, yo, I would grab them by their pee?
Come and grab the girl. Oh, yeah, I said. Bro.
In actuality,
You know, I agree with
that
you
would
with
have
this.
disqualified
No.
any candidate
Bro.
but him.
I saw man talk, Rasta.
That
Rasta,
would
I saw man
disqualify
talk.
anybody but him.
No.
You know how I look at it. Out of all the presidents,
More I address that.
No.
Where my talk about just now.
no, that's what I get to. Out of all of the presidents that we've had, he is the most.
Charismatic.
I wouldn't say charismatic. I would say disrespectful openly with his speech. A lot of things that he says.
No, he's transparent and direct versus a politician who's always lying to you. I feel like, if Donald Trump is gonna do something, right? Like Rasta
I have a question.
stare.
I have a question to ask you. Did you drink the bleach?
Did I drink the bleach?
Yeah.
What bleach?
You remember
No,
I said
no.
bleach, bleach to cure corona. Remember I said that, drink bleach.
Donald Trump is up there in age, sometimes I talk and not even realize what I say. But same thing with this guy, what's his name? Joe Biden. But anyway. Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna see things the way I see things though. Seriously. And the moves that he's making, it's for the betterment of the country. Yes, it affects certain people's business. I understand, right? Do I agree with this tariff thing? No. I think where that is concerned, the importation fee, it should be left, right? But I understand why he's doing it, and it's for the better of the country.
All right. Since I'm here as a guest, I'm going to give you a little glimpse of what's going on in the community. Certain people are blackmail certain people who know say them illegal and tell them, say, yo, you say you know, give me a certain amount of money. Right?
Yeah, they're just wicked for that though. If that's what's taking
all
place.
right, I'm not seal up, right? So people are being extorted. People is in fear. Ladies who have their children in school are now have to pull their children from school and have to have them home, while she now is afraid to go to work. It is chaos for what?
They don't have to be afraid. This is a sanctuary city. We live in New York. They don't have to. Yeah, I'll know no one stopped me to ask me if I'm a citizen or not. For documentation or not. And I'm black. I haven't experienced that. Have you experienced that?
No.
It's not real. It's propaganda.
Yeah, New York is a
It's fear-mongering.
Yeah. New York is a
You
sanctuary
don't need to
city.
pull the kids from school and start go to work living in New York.
Yeah.
Waste of
Definitely
time.
don't need to do it.
And me
You're
keep,
telling me this is not happening?
it's not happening. Not in New York,
in
not
New York.
in Boston. None of these sanctuary cities. Not happening.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
If you get stopped, and you have warrant and you go bookings, your ICE might get involved. But
Chances are you're gonna
you're
get
gonna
deported,
go through, you're gonna
right.
get through ICE are gonna get involved. But if you get stopped as a law-abiding citizen and you have your documentation, you don't have to be a citizen, you can have your green card, chances are, ICE not gonna get involved in a situation like that in a New York State. But I mean, if you're illegal and you have a warrant or you committed a crime before, then ICE definitely are gonna get involved.
That's that. Let me share something with you, right? Zion right? Zion So, believe it or not, the Rasta, right? I prefer Rastafarian way of life. Because Rastafarian is not a religion, it's a way of life. You agree, right?
Yeah, the spiritual consciousness.
There you go. So, how people look up to how people look up to Jesus, right? Is how I look up to Marcus Garvey, right? When I discovered Marcus Garvey, I had like a different mindset, right? Completely changed person, right? And that's the reason why I say I prefer Marcus Garvey's approach. Marcus Garvey was like a real powerful man, like Selassie and him, and powerful. I know him powers.
I put him right there.
Right, right. And to the point where like the head of the clan, the head wizard of the clan, was amazed by the guy, and I say, yo, we love this guy now. And the clan not like black people, you know, and Marcus Garvey, black as they coming up, right? Right. That's how powerful the guy be, right? But check this out. We've been listening Rasta music for a while, right? And when we stop and check and check out the lyrics, appear oppression and depression and Babylon this and be a depressing. And I know every Rasta music. Let me put that out there. I know every Rasta music. You have some real good Rasta music, you know, Rasta songs, right? Where I sing about love and sing about prosperity and stuff like that. But the majority, I sing about
The Babylonian
depression
system.
and oppression and Babylon this and white people this and all them thing there. Them thing that depressing Rasta. You see me? And you poison your own mind, and that's why we don't move forward. And it's just like the church too. Hold on now, because I'm going to the church too now. I'm not just not Rasta. I mean a Rasta, right? And I was a Christian too. So you have the church, and it's a group of people, them go to church. Them a suffer. But yes, still, them a take out the whole of money out of them pocket. I give to the pastor. And pastor and I say, yo, we have 100 members, right? Minimum 100 members. Let's all co-sign on a building so people can get affordable homes or affordable living apartment or something like that. Let's sign off on that so people can live comfortable and pay like less rent or mortgage or whatever. That's not the mindset. The mindset is if you take all the money and build one next church and build one next church and build one next church. All that are going to help the members.
All right, I will respond to the Rasta first, right?
Yes, Zion High.
What you call depression, saying is upliftment, because what we're speaking of, you know, Farai, I mean, like, all right, like
The problem.
Babylon, you June, gone down. I hear the voice of the Rastaman say, Ayakonga, Hanta Fire, Babylon, you June,
It's chanting.
You call that depression. But for I, my Lord, when me in that eyes is there, me feel like me a levitate. We are chanting down the depression where the man bring panai. The persecution when we are uplift I and I self, we lifted fire. Positive vibration, yeah, positive. That's what I got to give. Right now,
That's
here.
why I said it's not
So,
all Rastafarian music.
No,
but
so-
when we are sing about
Yeah.
Babylon and I chant Babylon this and Babylon that, how does that fix the problem? We are talking about the solution, I mean. How does that fix the problem? We are talking about the problem. I'm a solution-oriented
Let me ask you a
individual.
question. All right.
Me not
You
really
don't
sit
have
down
no
and-
problem with Babylon? Or do you know what Babylon is when we speak of Babylon?
Who is Babylon? The government?
Babylon is the wicked. Anybody could be the next door neighbor,
Could be your own child.
your own child.
Mm-hmm.
No, you should grow up that child the way that she should go, and she will not deter from it. But I will tell you, that there is a nature in everybody which is good or bad.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Me have a daughter and she didn't invite me to her graduation and me love her to death and me cry, but me let her be.
Why she didn't invite you? If you want to share, if you don't have to though. If it's personal, I understand.
Because I dedicate my whole life to my children, and one day I decide to do something for myself, and she tell me, "Daddy, don't do it." I decided to get up and go to Jamaica, and she said, "Daddy, don't leave." And she said to herself that she cried, and when I left, she said that I abandoned her, right? But I said to her, "What happened to all of those times that I've been there?" You understand what I'm saying? And she didn't invite me to her graduation. But her mother sent me 2 tickets. White,
Give thanks to mommy.
all white.
Oh, that's why you're here now. So you're coming from Jamaica?
3 months ago.
Three
The,
months
the
ago.
graduation is in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't get to
I mean,
meet
congratulations to your daughter,
yeah,
you know.
man. Hey, education is the key
yeah.
for her. Imagine
Marcus Garvey said that, you know.
she was birthed at home. She was a home birth. She was the first child for her mother. You understand what I'm saying? Beautiful, and to see her graduate, I cried like a
Yeah.
baby.
I mean, but you have to understand her actions towards you. She said she didn't want you to leave because, I mean, she probably was that close to you. You know, them say daughter love them father more than anyone else, right? So when you get up and decide to leave now, the way she said she probably felt that way, and she have a right to feel that way. I don't know the relationship between you and your daughter, but I understand where your daughter come
Love
from.
all my children.
I understand where you are come from when you say you decided to do something for yourself. But when kids are in play, kids are a priority though. You see me?
Yeah.
It's not just about you. I mean, I think that's selfish if you just get up and
All right. Okay. This is what I told all 3 of them. Right? If God tell you to move, to do something, what you gonna say? No, I gotta make breakfast for my children in the morning, and I gotta pick them up and drop them off. Or do I listen to God, or do I? That is what I told them. You know.
Jabbar, answer the question.
I mean, on a spiritual, not everybody have the same spiritual level. They might not understand, like, if, you know, seem like you as a person spiritually in tune on a different level from the average person. So if your spirit tell you to do something, or you
No,
hear,
him say God tell him to do it. You know? He never say.
I mean, God, if that's what it is, that's what it is. Because even me, if my mind saying, not saying it the higher power said to me, say, yo, don't go there, so stay home. Me not go against my subconsciousness and still go, because my mind I tell me, say, yo, the move there gonna be a bad move, you know. So don't go there, so that's the higher being. Your mind I tell you about, look upon it as the higher being I tell you, like, yo, don't go there. So whether you want to call it God or you can't call it Selassie, whatever you want to call it, but the higher powers I tell you, say, don't go there, so.
Your gut feeling.
Your gut feeling, same thing. It's a spiritual feeling, I tell you, don't do that. And me experience that personally, where my mind tell me, yo, you know, me feel like you shouldn't go there, so. I'm force myself and go, and some foolishness happen, or me get myself in some problem, only if me just listen to my mind.
So
don't go there.
What if theme that? Alright, so let me give you a story, right? A story that happened in my family. So I have an aunt. She's a business owner, right? You know the hot spots in Jamaica. You have, let's say, Portmore Mall. You have Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
you have Montego Bay,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she has a store in all three locations. Montego Bay came after, but Kingston and Portmore. She had a business in both locations. She wanted to open a third location, open the business in a third location. Everyone said Mobe is the ideal place, right? Because it's busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, she said she went to the Lord in prayer and the Lord sent her to St. Elizabeth. And she didn't make any money. Like she went down there for like what, a year or entire year or two, and she made no money. Then she relocated to Mobile, and she was saying to herself that she should have went to Mobile from the jump. But in the same breath, she's saying that she went to the Lord in prayer, and the Lord sent her somewhere else where.
From a
So
business.
is that the Lord or is that
from a business
you telling yourself that that's where you want to go?
from a business perspective,
We
that
have
was
a
a
reason.
bad
We have to be dialectical when we have this conversation now, because
that was a bad move.
there you go. So when you're gonna say you're there on it, you with them, right?
I disagree.
That's fine. Disagreeing is normal. But when you're gonna say when you're gonna say, yo, Selassie or God tell you to move, you know, and go to Jamaica or something. Your daughter say, yo, she felt like you abandoned her. I feel like she have a right to say that. As me saying, I don't really know the relationship.
All right,
And
okay.
you know
Right.
what you are here in your mind.
You know something, my brethren?
Yes.
I use the word abundant, right?
Yeah.
I use the word abundant. You know, that was the word that was hurt me deeply, because I know I do not abandon my children. If anyone can go on Emmanuel Selassie on Facebook, that is me before I got Jamaica. And when I got Jamaica, them give me the name Zion.
Zion I.
Yeah. Facebook document everything pertaining to me and my children.
Mm-hmm.
Saying every summer them come out, me have them. Saying we can bring them, come see them grandparents, come see the family, I teach them family. We go in the hills in Albany. We go to Providence. We visit people, you know what I mean? My son have picture with him and the pilot on the plane. Me tell the pilot, say, yo, my son want to be a pilot. You understand? So when the word abundant came up, we say, yo, you don't remember me? They used to think I was a single father.
Yeah, she felt like when she needed it the most, though, that's when you just get up and left. And you never really give her like a good reason.
So what happened to me? Don't I need something?
No, sometimes Rasta self-sacrifice. No, on a serious note, I understand what you're saying now.
But I've been sacrificing all of this time.
Who's
And
right
this
and
one
you
time
have to
you say, what?
you have got sacrifice for your youth them until them can stand on them own. You see me?
She graduated.
Yeah? Yeah, but you kind of leave before that still. And that's the reason why she said, I mean, one day she'll understand. She'll have kids of her own and she'll be forced to make certain decisions also where she have to do things that's pleasing to herself. And then she have to decide if she go, leave or she go stay and just deal with it.
Yeah.
Car-
Part of adulting, you know.
Yeah.
She
Raising kids are not easy, Raising kids is a challenge, you see me?
I know.
Because there's no manual and there's no, oh, this is how you do it. And
Each one is different.
there you go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's total stranger you are raised.
That's it.
Yeah. So, but I understand. I mean, I say you wrong and she right, or she right and you wrong. We're going to just balance it this,
Glad.
Yeah, man. But we're glad for you up on the show still, I not lie. I like your energy. Serious thing from me. See you come through the door, man. I say, yo, you come with you forward with a good energy.
Y'all have something good here. And, again, I was just walking by my brethren. I'm see the brethren.
So the universe work, man. Rastafari,
Yeah. So definitely I will follow it. I will definitely view it, and
Yeah, man, cheer, you know.
definitely will share it. And I hope next time maybe I could come back in.
Yeah, yeah, man. Why you speak about Rastafari more and now about the white
Okay,
man
all
and
right,
Donald
okay,
Trump
all right,
and
all
them?
right. All right. Let me tell you about Rastafari, right? The future of Rastafari. And yeah, the future of Rastafari. And again, this is Zion High philosophy on what is to come within Rastafari. One of the first thing I would say is that the Creator cannot born from the womb of a woman. The Creator of the universe cannot be born from a womb of a woman. His Imperial Majesty is Earth rightful ruler. His Imperial Majesty is the Emperor. And if we look to Japan and see how they venerate their Emperor, then we will know. His Imperial Majesty is the King of all kings. 72 nations bow down to him. Earth rightful ruler. But the creator of the sun cannot be born from the womb of a woman. That is the future of Rastafari, to recognize the power of the universe and to put the universe as the creator and His Imperial Majesty, along with Marcus, along with Queen Nani, Yashima Bet, Nyabingi, and Imhotep, and all of the great ones, them, because it is your blood, my brethren, is carrying generations in I and I. From the beginning, of time, is in a you, my brethren. You understand? So, yes, for me, Rastafari is the future. Because we deal with one love, we deal with nature. You know what I mean? We deal with music, we have our energy. Is I and I, if you sip Africa, all of the youth them in Africa, is a Muslim youth them, sip Rasta and love Rasta. Me walk through any part of Jamaica, me's like a high priest. Them know who the real Rasta is. Come through Rasta, here Rasta, this Rasta. Me go anywhere and say, yo, me no have money, more and some food. And me get it. Anything more. Rasta is the shaman, Rasta is the priest. See it. So it is just for I and I know the time gonna come where we always are black power. It was Rasta first a fight against apartheid. Saying one love again. Even the concept of the white eye, blue eye, Michelangelo, Batty Boy, Uncle. I and I take him down. I and I take him down. I and I take him down. Reveal to people the truth. You know what I mean? The glory of the king of Makeda. When Makeda went to see Solomon, Makeda was the one with the virtue. The virtue came out of Ethiopia. Solomon conned her by putting salt in her food and make she drink the water. But she came pure. He was cunning. So the purity come out of Ethiopia, my Lord. So when the Rastaman identify His Imperial Majesty, people in Ethiopia see him. Come out and look at Jamaica and identify, yo, the King of Kings, who this man is. Yo, we get it right. We pinpoint the right person, my Lord. When the Rastaman find His Imperial Majesty and them say, yo, yes, this is I and I, Christ. Them no wrong. Them no wrong. Because I him are the rightful leader from this earth here. His Imperial Majesty said, in the realms of spirituality, we all are one. His Imperial Majesty built tabernacle for Muslims as a Christian. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that me I say love, man. That's why I tell you, say, like Marcus Garvey's approach. Me not like, white people did this to us, then let's do this to them now. Because check this out, right? When
Let me ask you one question. Do you think the Jews is forgetting about the Holocaust? Why you want black people forget about what happened
No,
to
I'm
them?
not saying they should forget.
So what you want them to do?
I didn't say them should forget.
What
right?
you want them to do?
And I think we deserve reparation to and all of that. I don't think
Don't deserve. We're gonna get it.
we're going to. Hopefully. I would like how much land? 40 acres of land and 2 donkey.
Reparations.
We take 2 of the Rolls Royce, them
Listen
still
to me,
in
man.
the
I'm not laughing matter, man. Me have a way in how we can do it. Pay off for all of the black people house them.
Yeah. I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
It's simple.
I mean, yeah, I like that.
It's generational wealth.
I like that. I like that.
Start right there.
If I didn't have to pay any mortgage,
Education free for all black people. We don't pay no bloodly tax for 400 years. How about that?
Yeah, all right, so you should have like a group of people who's really lobbying for this, like lobby for that. Present this to the current administration and see what they say.
Are
You never know, no.
administration, you know?
Eh?
Are you administration?
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, say. Because if the president fail, if the president fail, the country fail. I mean, the country. So, I want to see the president do good.
You tell them give black people reparations.
All right, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to call him after the show and make you know. Say, yeah. It's a good idea, though. I like that.
Send him this. Send him a clip.
Mike, want you send this to the president after we finish, yeah? To wrap up. Yeah, so check this out, Rastafari, right?
Yes, sir.
Zion I.
Yes, sir.
When the ship them a go from the water to Africa, we go and bring black people all over the world.
Stop right there. The ship is now in the air.
Yeah.
We're not riding
The
horse
plane,
and
the
chariot
plane.
no more. So don't come to me. Are you riding in?
No,
in,
but
in,
this
in horse
is
and
by-
chariot?
this is
Are
by
you
choice.
riding in horse and chariot right now?
No, but
Okay then.
this is by choice though.
Again,
for
my
me
brethren,
to come and go on the plane to go
ship
somewhere is by
is
choice.
now air.
All right, but hear me out. It was by force when we were going on ships, right?
Force. Yeah. The one for reparation.
No.
No, slavery.
Slavery. Yeah.
We've been here before the ships, my lord.
All right, so the ones that came on the ship,
Yeah.
right? It was by force, right? You agree?
Yeah.
All right, so why didn't the ocean open up and sink the ship? Knowing what the intention was.
Let me show you something.
Why the
No,
moon shine
Let me tell you.
right?
No, hold on. Let me
Gave
show
them way.
Let me tell you something. Look, you see, when I want intend to do wickedness, the most I have a way of your rainbow. Black people in America right now are feed the world because of the back of black people in America. Why me and
Don't
my
live for the
mother,
Mexican them, Big up the
Me-
Mexican them.
me,
Pastor Senior.
me and my mother can come here. Is on the back of American, and we should never call them no Yankee because it's on the back of their four parents. If you go to Western Union and you see how much money left out of America and go to Trinidad, all of them. You understand? So even though black people came here and are the strongest one, you see basketball, you see football, are the best. The best is in the diaspora. The best is out here.
What about
So
science and tech?
all of that is there. All the inventions, black people's ahead of it. You understand? And I guess we were chanting down against all of the odds, my brethren. Imagine if we did have something that was working with us. In everything we try, them down press high. In education, in engineering, and we still end up, say a black man fly plane in Ethiopia, Italy war, a Tuskegee Airman.
So who said they're downplaying us when it comes down to education and stuff like that?
Depressing. We talked about that in our series before. Why our school system is more broken than certain neighborhoods. So it's reality.
because
if
of
we
our mindset.
you know
bro.
if we as the black community was getting the same opportunities, say for instance you go to Rye, if there's some way how to balance the system where kids were in a unfortunate situations can have access to certain things and get certain things,
Like what?
huh?
Like what?
Like programs,
What kind of program?
like
Head Start, they
like
just cut that.
like the say for instance, I'm pretty sure if you go to a high school in the Bronx or you go a high school in a Rye, you're not gonna see the same type of equipments.
No, I agree, but
You know?
Instruments.
but that's about
No
location.
band.
That's about location, though. Relocate.
But the thing is, how much
get
black
service,
people
you gotta
can
relocate.
relocate for go Rye
But why can't you afford to relocate?
because
No one is holding us down. We're holding ourselves down.
bro,
No one is holding you down.
nah, the player field is not level.
Maybe
The-
your
nah.
mind
The
is a
player field,
mindset
the,
thing.
the player field is not level because even with the job opportunities, may I talk the reality right now. Certain job opportunities, if your skin color, you're not going to get it. Point blank. Period. I just saw the thing go fire
what?
lad.
Like what? Like
Like it could be
Rasta,
it could be
who want
anything.
board? Who
It could
want board?
it
Rich
could be
people want board,
anything.
no?
It could be anything.
Rich people want boats.
It could
right?
be anything.
Would you say a rich people want boat?
Rich people own what?
Boats, like ships and boats and stuff like that. Yacht and stuff like that.
No, you have all kind of people who own them.
Poor people want boat.
Yeah, people, yeah, man who have them ship when them go to fish, yes. Them have them boat.
Right, but
We are talking about yacht.
yeah, like a mini yacht, not nothing crazy.
Yeah, black man who have yacht.
Yes, I agree.
All right.
But my question is are they rich or are they poor? Would you consider them rich or you consider them poor?
You see, me not consider rich and poor by paper. Me
Or
consider
by vanity?
me consider rich or poor by behavior.
Behavior, okay.
You understand? Me not consider rich. How are you behaving? You understand? What kind of personal like people look up to rich people.
Make my point, right?
All right, make your point.
Right. So, have you ever heard of Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson? He grew up poor, single mom, poor community, poor neighborhood.
Yeah.
He saw that his mom was really struggling. His mom was working for. Hold on, let me finish the statement. So he saw that I'm a story. He saw that his mom was really struggling. His mom was working for this white man. When she went into the white guy house, the guy had like books, like shelf of books, like a library. His home looked like a library.
I
right?
saw the story.
Right. And the guy started teaching his mom how to read. His mom started introducing him to books and, tell him to read. So he realized that, like, the more information he had, it was like the more powerful he became, right? He was doing better in school. The teacher took a liking onto him more because he was doing, well in school. The teacher was white, he was black. Before, he felt like the teacher disliked him because he was black. But now he had a lot of information because he was reading. The teacher liked him. So I say that to say this. It's all about mindset and it's all about choices, right? Because the project doesn't have to be a bad neighborhood, It can be a rich intellectual environment, right? The youths, them have to like recondition their mind. Them have to like start do things different. You get me? Just like most man are Jamaica, like they mean this bad man or this rebel thing, mindset, and then they became Rastafarian, right? And it's more like consciousness now and positivity.
This is a subject that I would like to work on it because I just come from Jamaica. And the young ladies are getting their education, but the young man them are not getting their education.
Distracted.
There is a
And priorities
there is
are messed up.
and that is where if you don't have an education, violence come easy to you. Because if you have an education,
Can
you
get a
won't
trade, they
do-
can become an
Of course.
entrepreneur.
They have
They can farm.
They have a
Nothing
thing
is wrong
called
with farming, you
HARP.
know?
They have a thing called HARP.
The machine.
No, it's a program.
Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a very good program.
Right.
Electrician, whatever it is, and things like-
Farming too. Farming is a big business.
I'm a farmer, right? But what I'm saying is that, right? Even I notice ones my age, their education level is not there, and them have a phone. I mean, I tell them, say, yo, you can learn to read on your phone. You
Information is
right. So me I say,
in the palm of your hand, at your
ignorance
fingertip.
is
Is a choice. To be ignorant is a choice.
if you have education.
But is
the
it a
more
choice, yes or
education you
no?
have, is the less ignorant you'll be.
But is it a choice, yes or no? What does it
don't.
have to do with the community that you're in?
Because again,
You get what
Alright.
I say?
you see when a youth start to learn and they're falling behind, we have to kind of have a way which we can they lose confidence in themselves. We see it, you know. Them lose confidence in them. We need to nurture that so that they get at least a little and don't give up. So they give up and them turn to badness now.
Yeah. Definitely Rasai.
Yes, sir.
Lion Eye.
Zion.
Zion Eye.
7 power.
7 power. Me enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, man, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
brother.
man. Respect, you
Yeah,
know.
man, it was really.
Jabari have to come through more often, you see me?
And we have to exchange some link.
Yeah, man.
As I said, me on Facebook,
YouTube,
Instagram, and thing. TikTok.
Social media platform. Zion Eye, right?
Yeah, I'm looking to start a channel, you know.
Yeah. And give your daughter a call and apologize to her, man. Just make sure you know, say, yo, when Selassie say move, we have to move, you see me?
She black, man. Not tell her the truth. Not tell her the truth. Because I send her a couple messages and it don't go through.
Yeah,
her
man.
mother did block me, but her mother unblocked me and
Yeah.
send me some pictures and everything. But I love seeing her. I know. I love my
I
daughter.
understand. Me believe you, of course. Me believe you. I just want them things. As me say, still, just apologize.
I'm not done on.
Don't say that. That me I say, don't say that. You know, don't say that. Don't say that. In her eyes, you did something wrong. You know, and in your eyes, you didn't do anything. So you're looking through two different
Lenses.
yeah.
But Farah, it was beautiful, and I'm gonna send my link, and we'll send it on. Even this program here, we can share it and share it and share. I'm sure we're gonna get some response from this program.
Big up the Rasta them. As me say, myself, I'm a Rasta. I may not look like a Rasta to you, but yeah, Rasta to the point where I not even consume certain things.
All right.
Yeah, man. Hold on before you leave, Rasta. So people, yes, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to our next episode of the Garage Podcast. Thank you for coming through, Lion Eye.
Yes, sir.
Zion Eye.
Zion Eye.
Zion Eye. Zion like a lion.
My dog named Lion, a mongrel.
Eh?
I love him before. A mongrel. When I tell you, the smartest dog on the earth is a mongrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, mongrel dog.
Yeah, big up, big up.
Yeah, man.
All right, people. So,
And congrats, Zion Eye daughter. What's she name?
Gwyneth Eden Selassie.
Gwyneth
Come
Eden
out of
Selassie.
Latonia, Georgia.
Yes, big up yourself. Congrats, princess. All right.
that is it.
Yeah, man.